Oh, shoot. Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyra Omi Lade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. Today is November 11th, 2019, in the year, 2019. So, I just have to say this because I come from a military family. Salute to all of y'all that have served in the armed forces. Who's out there? Who's out there? Do I know you? Yeah, I'm trying to be cute, but at the same time, sister's cold. This no hair thing is not fun in the wintertime. But salute to all of you out there who've served in the armed forces in the United States of America. The majority of the people who watch my channel are people of color. And I just honor, the work that we have done in a society that cannot stand us. Even for the women out there, if you're not someone who is Afro, but you are a woman and you served in the armed forces, kudos. Because I'm telling y'all, it's taken all of us to fight to get free up in this piece. Anywho, today I wanted to do our full moon video. The moon is in Taurus. And let me just do one more thing. Hey, Monica. How are you, sister? Let me put it on here. Because I'm telling y'all, I got to zip up. Hey, Joan. So y'all want to shout out real quick. Can y'all hear me okay? Maybe I'll put it right there. I want to shout out real quick to Joan. Hey, Tamaya. Hey, honey. To Joan, Vivian, and Ingrid, who are the latest Patreon members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you all are there. It's better because y'all are there. And I don't all the time look to see who's still in. Sometimes people sort of like bounce in and out. But Tamaya, hey, honey. And who else was on there? Monica. Also, you too. Yes, yes, yes. A part of the inner circle in Patreon. So, welcome to the newest Patreon members. I'm so glad y'all are there. So, also, let me just do one last thing. I just want to thank all the new subscribers. I've noticed that it took forever for me to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm telling you, years. But I wasn't doing much to build the channel. But it's just really growing pretty fast, So welcome to all the newbies out there. Just to let you all know, I'm glad to hear that you're benefiting, Joan. That's my goal. That you all can get the best of what I offer and use it in your lives so that you can just fly free, live your destiny. But for everyone who's new, the new moon video and the full moon video, I always come on and do live. And I do my best to get a new video out. It probably won't be live at least once a week so that, everyone's going to see me at least once a week. So, yes. Always look for this new and full moon video. Once I get a little more organized, perhaps I can announce in advance. But my lifestyle is just, I pop up when I'm ready. When it's like, I know I can get this done. But let's go on ahead and talk about this new moon in, you know what? It looks like it's snowy, but it's just bright. Because if it was snowy, trust me, this hood would be, and I feel like I want it there right now, but I got this little Oshun thing going on. Yeah, I told some of the people I work with who received their elays with me and another priest, flaunt the Oshun Ileke, because this Taurus moon has to do with this Oshun energy, okay? Oshun is the same energy as Venus. And but yeah, Oshun, it's just like my inner Oshun has awakened and has arisen. And so now, ever since I got my hair cut, I'm like, okay, y'all, am I looking good? Otherwise, I would had a hood on. All right, but it's not snowy here. It's just bright. Y'all know us melanated people. We got to have the right light. All right, we got to have the right light. But I'm really excited for this full moon because it is in Taurus. And it is a moon that is, you know, we all know that the sign of Taurus is about cha-ching. You can make some good money when you're dealing with Taurus. I know folks like the dog Taurus is out. But if you know somebody who's a Taurus sun and you don't know nothing else in their chart, you don't just blame their bad behavior on being a Taurus, all right? Now, okay, it's snowing in Michigan. Y'all just stay warm. I will not be in Michigan, all right? Because I'm struggling knowing that the temperature is going to drop here in Tennessee from the 60s. So, yeah, y'all have fun, bundle up, take care up there in Michigan in the snow. But you know, this Taurus energy, Taurus is the kind of energy that it will hang in there with you when nobody else will, because the earth signs, the Tauruses, the Virgos, the Capricorns, they can be a little bit, you're not going to move them, or they're a little bit like, we're going to get this done. But that's what makes them so amazing. Nice. So amazing. I'll come back to that, Joan. So amazing that, you know, if you're sort of like a flighty person, and I'm going to come back and look at all of y'all's comments, but I just want to make sure I get all these thoughts out. I'm not ignoring y'all. But anywho, if you're the type of person, like for me, actually, I have 3 planets in Taurus, but I have my Sun and Mercury in Pisces, and there is a level to me that can be like not grounded at all. And I love hanging out with people who have grounding energy. I used to say all the time before I really understood my chart, you know, I love hanging out with Capricorns and Virgos, and to a certain degree, the Cancers, the Cancerians, because that energy grounds me. It would bring me so that I can get some things done. So that's one of the things that, you know, give props up to Taurus. Taurus is going to make sure you get some stuff done. Another thing that I love about Taurus, like I said, it's an earth sign. All the earth signs are about the cha-ching ching. It's about the material manifestations. And so these are the things that we can be thinking about during this Taurus full moon. We can be looking to see, are we manifesting what we want? And I'm beginning to just see the connection. It's like, to a certain degree, one transit is connected to another transit. So we had a new moon during Taurus season. When the sun was in Taurus, that's when we had a Taurus new moon. And if you wrote down new moon intentions and kept them for that Taurus new moon, my question is, what are you seeing manifesting at this Taurus full moon? So you're going to get a new moon and a full moon in each sign all year long. So you want to see, what are you manifesting during this Taurus full moon? And the other thing about this is Taurus represents what we value. And so what I really embraced during the Taurus new moon is that we need to really be clear about what we value. Because it's one thing to say that we value something. It's another thing for our life to reflect what we value. Because our life reflects what our true values are. And so I used to say, I remember at one point when I was coming to this realization, I really value being a stay-at-home mom. But there was this aspect to myself that didn't really it was like not everything was lining up with being a stay-at-home mom. It just not everything was lining up. And so I began to say, you know what, I need to get focused. Like I said, I have this tendency for escapism and being flighty. I'm just being 100. I'm a Pisces. And I have learned this about myself. But the thing I've also learned is where we know we have a propensity for, an easy inclination for, and it's negative, we can choose a different path. We can choose to, get ourselves going in a different direction that's more positive. And that's exactly what I did. And so, or another thing that I remember realizing about myself was, I value being a family woman. But, it's like I'm hanging out. I'm not really like all the time fully present and aware. When my children were younger, my husband sometimes would be like, we ain't even sitting down eating dinner together, And I was like, oh, that's true. It's like if we really gonna be a family, everyone needs to be valuing it to the point where we actually are doing things that congeals the family. And of course, I have a Taurus moon, so maybe part of the values that I've had to really get serious with myself about are related to family, because Taurus is actually a sign that has to do with family. It's related to history. But I say to you, the full moon is about bringing something to light, and it's about something coming to a head. It's about coming to an end to a certain degree. And so I just encourage you to sit down and write, what do you value? And then use this Taurus moon to see if what you say you value is what you're actually manifesting in your life, is actually where you invest your ashe, is actually where you invest your time, your energy, your focus. How many times have we said, I value fill in the blank, and then we're doing everything but that? Let's say it's a business. Let's say it's an educational endeavor. Let's say it's a project. I want to do fill in the blank. Let's go look at our New Year's goals, our New Year's intentions. Yeah, I believe in having New Year's goals and intentions and resolutions, and I believe in that, because how else are we going to make changes in our lives? So the reason we don't follow through is we've got to learn how to live according to the cycles, and maybe at the beginning of the year is not necessarily the best time to make the full commitment, but baby, we can recommit at the spring. We can recommit at each new moon. It's so many ways to really drive home what we've resolved or what we have set the intentions to manifest, right? So we want to go look at, in 2019, this is what I said I wanted to do in my life. This is what I said I wanted to have in my life. Do I have that? And if I don't, is it because my value of it isn't lining up with what I really value, or what I say I value? I value achieving that, but I'm doing everything other than that. Life will tell us everything we need to know about really what's going on. And of course, we know Taurus, Venus, related to Oshun. Oshun, what is her object? The mirror. And there is no better mirror for what's going on the inside of you than what you see reflected in your life. And so we can use this time to see, am I manifesting what I really want to manifest in my life? All right? Because at the end of the day, one of the reasons that Taurus is a cha-ching sign is because it's an earth sign. It is the most inert sign on the astrological wheel. And so y'all, we are not coming here to be poor. We're not coming here to be broke down. It's time out for that. All right? The North Node and the South Node and Capricorn and Cancer, it's time out. It's time out. We're going to have major energy in Capricorn starting in December. Ain't no way. What's up, honey? Ain't no way We should not be. Thank you. Cha-ching. CV. CV in the house. Thumbs up. Money bags. All right. All this stuff going down in Cancer in Capricorn next year. Cha-ching. Capricorn is boss energy. All right. We need to be the boss of our lives. This is not just little talk. This is not just like some fun Instagram talk and some cool social media talk. Capricorn is boss energy. We need to be boss ladies, boss women, boss men, however you want to say it, bosspreneurs, whatever it is. It's time. It's time. And so let me give y'all one other thing about Taurus that I really cherish about Taurus. Taurus, because it's about value, it speaks to our self-worth and our self-value. Okay? So this full moon is giving us an opportunity to see where do we stand when it comes to our self-worth and our self-value. Are we engaged with people who reflect our self-worth and value? Are we engaged with people who are trying to steal it from us, who are trying to beat us down so that we don't care about ourselves, so that they can control us? Are we surrounding ourselves with people and situations that speak life into us, that say, you know what, you are more than what you think you are today. It's so much more to you. You're only touching the tip of the iceberg of your greatness. And therefore, I'm going to need you to rise up to the occasion. Is that who we're hanging out with? All right? Are we not valuing ourselves so much that we will continue the storyline by saying, you know what, I've got to make sure I do so much to sabotage myself so that I can keep this storyline of mediocrity, failure, I can't get ahead, I can't do this thing. Is this really what we're doing? Or are we saying, you know what, it's time to go to that next level? So I'm hanging out with people who, to a certain degree, I might feel a little uncomfortable hanging out with because these people are such go-getters. But I'm going to do it anyway because they're going to show me the way. I'm going to watch what they're doing. They're going to show me, right? Maybe you are somebody who is ahead of the rest of the gang. And it's now time for you to reach back and teach some people how to get ahead. Even if they catapult ahead of you, that just goes to show you how you got it going on. You got it going on. Because that's really, like Joan was saying, she's enjoying being in the inner circle. And so when people come into the inner circle, if I'm starting to see people prosper, I'm like, YASSSSS, yes, right? Sometimes when people are working with me, they just start taking off. I'm looking at these people like, dang, this person is one of the most spiritually smart people I've ever met. I'm like, this person has got to end up being a priestess. I get excited. I don't get intimidated because, baby, iron sharpens iron. So you might be that one who is going to be cranking out. I mean, what kind of legacy is that? You're cranking out the best of the best, right? That just makes you better. Right? The master teacher. So who knows how this thing is going to play out for each one of us? It's all different. But yeah. Connect with Oshun during this moon. Like I said, for those who have their elekes, if you don't have an eleke, you haven't initiated or, gotten your elekes, then you can do the crystals. So y'all know the ladies in my inner circle already know I'm not keeping up with these. Okay, this one is citrine. I don't know what that one is. Whatever. I just know I went and said I need something to connect with Venus, Oshun, and this is what they gave me. All right. You can make an offering of honey, but look, let me tell you about these offerings. All right. Most of the time, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to put you out to give Oshun an offering of honey, right? So this is what I want to tell you. If you're going to give Oshun an offering of honey, then you need to be prepared to do what Oshun says to do. Your offering will be to do what she tells you to do. Don't give Oshun an offering. Sometimes it does work like this. Oshun, I'm giving you this offering, or whatever the Orisha is. I'm giving you this offering, and because I need whatever to work out, and it'll just show up. You know, that's because you were in alignment, baby. You were aligned. All right, looking at the wrong spot right here. You were aligned, but the majority of the time, if we asking Oshun, Oshun, I'm giving you this, honey. I need you to help me with a little bit of love or some money or help me with this situation, Oshun. Oshun will be like, all right, you gave me some honey, so I'm gonna light the path before you, the steps that you're supposed to take. And this is the thing that I've been coming clear with. I need to make this video. All right, goddess, I hear you. The path to true abundance with each one of these goddesses is to follow their wisdom. Do you really want to manifest the abundance of the particular goddess that you're working with? It could be even just the Orisha, the Neter, whatever you want to call them. If you really want to manifest the abundance, do what they say do. Follow their wisdom. And typically, Oshun is going to ask you to be easy about it. Stop doing all this worry and stuff, because all you're doing is attracting that to you. So be easy about it. Be flexible. Go with the flow. Be in harmony with nature. That's one of the reasons I'm making this video outside. First and foremost, it's warm enough for me to do that because y'all know, I already said, keep the snow in Michigan with Monica. But it's because Taurus is about getting out in nature and, simple pleasures. A lot of times when we're wanting to connect with this energy, I said with Oshun, you might want to give some honey. It's some other stuff you can do, use her scents, elekes and crystals and all that kind of stuff. But with Taurus, you begin to do the things that are related to Taurus. So maybe between now y'all posted, if y'all hadn't seen already, for those of us here in the Western world, the full moon is going to be in the morning, about 8:35. 8:35 a.m. on Tuesday. So the majority of us need to be doing our work today. Now, those of you on the other side of the world, I know two of the ladies in my inner circle. They're both, I think, in Europe. One isn't in Europe. But anywho, they're over in that part of the world. It'll be a little bit later in the day. So you still probably want to just go on ahead and get it done, y'all. It's getting late over there. Go on ahead and get this done, all right? Get your rituals done. But you want to go eat something decadent, just a little bit, y'all. We don't have to just splurge on it, okay? Or you can, if it's that time to splurge. But you just begin to do the things that have to do with Taurus. You get out in nature, you take a nice bath, you put on nice scents, use essential oils, you relax. And even if all you have is like 30 minutes to devote to this, that's fine. That is fine. That works, okay? So it's not like something you have to do all day. You can maybe watch a romantic movie to conjure up those kind of feelings, because that's what Oshun is about too. You want to conjure up this feeling of sensuality and love. These are the things that we're wanting to do to really maximize the energy of this moon, to really feel what it's giving to us. The other thing to remember too is, whatever it brings up, especially if it's something that you're like, man, this is a little bit of a problem here. Maybe it'll bring up something regarding relationships. I don't know. Then you now have something to work with once the moon is waning, and you can begin to release and let go of some things. This is how the cycles of the goddess work. We rise, we get to that peak, we fall, we get down low, we rise up. It's just this cycle. And most of the time, we can also think of it like a spiral, all right? It's not so much linear as it is curvy, just like the goddess. So for the Metu Neter, what spoke is two energies in the positive. Positive doesn't mean it's a positive reading. It means the way is open. And so the first energy was Herakahuti. I was like, okay, I'm feeling that. And it's so interesting. I just thought about this. Herakahuti is the same energy as Mars. Mars is in Libra right now. So that's another sign of Venus, Oshun. And it's a cha-ching sign too. It's about the marketplace. But what I will tell y'all that the way I ask the question is, what is it that we need to know or do? And so what you need to know is whatever comes up during this moon, be courageous and face it. Or maybe you feel the energy of courage rising up within you, and you're going to take that with you into making money or addressing relationships, family issues. Oh, because this energy of courage, a lot of times is related to confidence, right? And so, we talked about the self-worth and the self-value. So that's something else to think about. Harakuti Ogun is saying, come on, let this energy of courage and confidence rise up in you. Another thing that I love about this energy of Harakuti Ogun, and it's Mars. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's like, be real, straight up. And so you can use this full moon to a certain degree to use the machete of Harakuti Ogun to slice away any parts of you that are fake, that are perhaps keeping you from getting to where you want to go. Now you got to remember, fake isn't always like, I'm like, so how are you doing? Like totally presenting as somebody you're not. That ain't always fake. Fake sometimes is, you know what? I lack love, and so I do nice things for people because I'm a good person. I probably would do them anyway, but to a certain degree, I need to feel a little love. So hopefully, I can sort of like get them to love me by doing something nice. That's a little fake, and I can say it because I used to do it. All right, so I know all the facets of the ego. Been accused of being arrogant, which I'm like, this chick is arrogant, but whatever. I've been accused of it all, and I'll own anything that I do that ain't right? But we really do want to get to that point where, and this is something I've been talking about this year, where we begin to drop the labels, all right, and let our true value as infinite beings come through and be what we put forth to the world the most. The other energy that spoke, get positive, which is what I've been talking about. Geb is the earth, and it's about the money is going to be there, the resources are going to be there. I think the problem that we get when it comes to manifesting a lot of times, whatever it is that we desire, is we don't do the inner work to bring up our consciousness where it's in alignment with that thing, right? We know we want to manifest the thing. We know we want it, but we don't do anything to change the inner landscape so that we're open and receptive to receive it. So use this time of this full moon in Taurus to open yourself to receive the bounty, the abundance that you want, be it material or otherwise, okay? Because for some people, they need a little love, a little companionship, all right? Some people, they need a few good grades. Some people just want to feel better about themselves, all right? Let me see here. Let me look at some of the comments. How y'all doing out there? So for Oshun, I would say vetiver, honeysuckle, sandalwood. Okay. One is carnelian, yes. And then Regina is saying amber. Hey, Regina. Regina's talking about her marriage to a Taurus. I love it. Yeah, a Taurus who is not balanced is a Taurus that could be stagnant. It takes a Taurus a while to get them moving. And once you get them moving, you can't stop them. But a Taurus who's not growing and evolving, they're not they're not they're not the easiest to work with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Yeah, you made it. You made it, Regina. Okay, Joan and Melanie. I'm done. They're in Florida. I'm done. I'm so miserable, and it's not even really cold in Tennessee, but it's about to get cold, and I'm just like not happy. Joan, are you talking about putting this in the inner circle? Feel free. And if I need to upload it for you, send it to me and I will. Like put it in YouTube in a video and I will put it in the group. Okay. So I'm gonna just real quickly touch on the houses. Now y'all are y'all familiar with the houses? Who's familiar with the houses? Yes. Regina saying Dylan, being married to a Taurus is forcing her to grow from within. They'll do that for you. All right, HTH. I'm just going to say HTH. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that tarot that you're talking about? Because I don't know about tarot. With all fixed signs. Okay, got you. Yeah, the fixed signs ain't no joke. They're going to get you. They're going to get you to where you want to go. Joan. Joan got 78 degrees and sunny. All right, y'all. Let me just get going because I'm just torn up right now. I'm just torn up. Okay, got you, HTH. Yeah, it was something going on. I think it was Uranus and Taurus when, well, you said Wall Street. I was thinking about when the market crashed around the Great Depression. So, y'all, let's look at um, where is this going to happen in the houses. So, because I don't have everything in my head. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Not everybody's familiar. Oh, yeah, this is a messy one. But that just means I've been using it. I don't keep it all in my head yet because I'm new HTH. When I say new, I've been studying it for about 2.5 years. Every day I study astrology. Okay, Regina, that's perspective. Okay, so you can see how the wheel is divided. This is evenly divided. I actually do use what is called whole sign. I like the chart where it's evenly divided. Some astrologers like using the unequal house signs, unequal house charts, and I don't care. It all works. It all works. You want that astrologer to feel comfortable. So, anywho, wherever the house is that Taurus is on for your sign, it governs a certain aspect of your life. So we're going to talk about where this is happening. I'm not going. Look at this. Can y'all see that? May not look too cute from the way I'm showing it, but it's a ladybug. I feel special. Um. So yeah, it's where this full moon will happen for your particular sign. I like doing sun, moon, and ascendant. Look at all of those. You do need to know your time of birth for accurate ascendant and moon. So if you don't know your time of birth, do not go with that moon sign if you do not know what you are doing. All right. Just go with your sun sign. The sun sign gives a lot. Oh yeah. My mom used to call me Ladybug. Okay, so for Aries, this is going to happen in your second house. And Aries, you're so fortunate because typically whatever's going on astrologically, that's what it means for you. So everything I talked about with Taurus, that's what it means for you. It's happening in your second house. The second house has to do with money, self-worth, value, self-worth and self-value, and it is related to family history and family and food. So I would not be surprised if Aries is like, y'all give me some good food today. All right, I just need something nice and decadent. I'm not going in super deep, y'all. I just want to kind of touch on it because when we talk about, oh, the full moon in Taurus, it means this, that's generally, in general, we will be feeling it, all of us, right, collectively. But specifically, it means something different based on your sign. And I believe in living according mostly, or firstly, not mostly, firstly, to the ascendant. Um, but for me, moon and sun, they speak volumes in my life too. So your sun sign says a lot too. Moon is very important. So for Taurus, this is happening in your first house, which has to do with the body. So you might come to some realization about something you need to do regarding your health, your body, how you look, but it could be infusing your whole life also. So for Taurus, just expect to see perhaps you make some realizations or see something that you've been looking for, or something gets highlighted regarding your life as a whole, okay? Next is Gemini. Gemini, this is happening in your 12th house, which has to do with spirituality. It also has to do with sleep. It also has to do with getting away. For me, that's what the 12th house, how it manifests the most. It's like, man, I need to just get away. I need to rest. I need to retreat. I need to take a break. But it could be this moon really brings you some spiritual insights, as well as you might just be feeling like, you know what, I haven't rested enough. I need to get some rest. You might feel a little sleepy. All right, you might need to do your rituals today, Taurus. All right, don't count on getting up doing your rituals in the morning. You might not be able to wake up. All right. All right, Cancer, this is happening in your 11th house. Cha-ching. The 11th house is the house of gains. I see it as a house of goals. It's definitely a house where you can make some money. All right. So for Cancer, this is happening in your 11th house, and it also has to do with your friend group. So you might be somebody who, it's just, you're going to have some revelation regarding your friend circles. This is the friends that are like your vibe tribe, the people who you're like, man, I'm like right here with that person or with this group. We really like, so for instance, I could easily be a part of people who are into astrology because I'm so into astrology, because the 11th house has to do with something that you're really into, and typically dealing with bigger groups, right? It also is a house that has to do with social media. So maybe you're going to get a nice, maybe you're going to get a nice, you're going to gain something through a social media campaign or being known for something in the big group. Maybe you'll gain from being a part of a big group or a network. Next is Leo. Oh, this is your 10th house, Leo. So with this, it has to do with your career. It has to do with what you're known for. It has to do with what you're known for. So you could, Leo, be finding that you're really prospering in your career. You could be finding that you're really well known for something now. It's really giving you something in that regard, regarding your career. Even if you don't get a promotion, which this is not necessarily about getting a promotion, it could be. But maybe you get noticed in some kind of way, and then the promotion comes on down the line. But 10th house has to do with career. And typically, it's what you're known for, because that's what you want to be known for, okay? And for Leo, Taurus being in that 10th house, that's one of the reasons that I think Leo is so prosperous. Okay, next would be Virgo. Virgo, this is happening in your 9th house. So for you, It has to do with your belief system. The ninth house can be perceived as spiritual also. So this full moon could be bringing some spiritual revelation. It could be showing you some shift that needs to happen in your spirituality. Another thing is it's about higher education and learning something on a higher level. So if you're in school and you're a Virgo, look, I'm excited about this one because my son is a Virgo sun. And so I'm like, yes, I hope you really get something positive education wise. You could just really see something come forth of value regarding, you know what? Oh my God. Y'all, I talked to my son today. This is the one that's the Virgo. His son is in Virgo. And he said to me just today, he said, Mom, well, he was talking to me and his dad. He was like, y'all, when I was being homeschooled, I didn't really value learning things that I couldn't see I might use it down the road. He always was sort of like, why do I have to learn this? I'm never going to use it again. He said, but now I actually value learning things with the intent of possibly using it in the future. Y'all know I was like, what? This is my child. Yeah, he said, I value. He used that word. I value learning things knowing I potentially could use this in the future. Boom. There's your example right there. Virgo. Yeah. Wow. I just love this moon. I love Taurus moon. Okay. So Libra. I really want to just share this with you all. This moon is going to reflect some level of transformation. Yes. Is he a Virgo, Regina? So for all my Libras out there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This moon particularly could be one where you step fully into some level of transformation. All right, because it's happening in your 8th house. Oh, Capricorn, Sun. Oh, still Earth and Earth. Capricorn, I can believe that. But anywho, for Libra, this moon is going to bring some form of transformation, some revelation regarding transformation. It could be, oh, I need to take better care of myself. What you mean house? Which house? What are you asking? I haven't gotten to Capricorn yet, Regina. For Libra, it's 8th house. It's the 8th house of transformation. So, what is that? So yeah, it could bring forth. Oh, gotcha. Okay, it could bring forth your realization that I haven't been valuing myself. I haven't been doing what I need to do to feel good about myself. Or the 8th house is actually a money house. It's about shared resources. So it could bring up revelation regarding me and the people that share resources. We're going to need to get this thing together, or we've got this thing together. Finally, all this hard work we've been doing to get our resources balanced so that, we are living in a prosperous manner. We are seeing that it is all coming together. So it could be you're seeing, oh, we're not doing a good job of shared resources, or it could be, Libra, y'all have been working to get this shared resources thing down, and you're going to get a boon of blessing, all right? But so transformation as well as looking at shared resources for you, Libra. Now, for Scorpio, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. It could be, with a significant other, typically someone you have a contract with. So it's not all the time just someone you're dating. Typically, that's the 5th house. This is maybe somebody you are married to, you've lived with so long that y'all are basically like common law spouses. It could be, all right, now that wasn't a ladybug, y'all. I don't know what that was, but I'm not playing with that bug. It could be a business partner. I do see this to a certain degree as besties. It could be sort of like besties because, it's like besties. It's like we besties, pinky promise, all right, people you have a contract of some sort with. So you could be really opening yourself up to something of value. You really value these relationships. You realize you're not valuing them enough, something regarding that. I know I recently had a friend whose husband passed. I've been like, oh, I love my husband. I'm like, every time one of my friends who are like my age, they lose their husband, I'm like, sheesh, let me give thanks for my husband. All right. I know I was complaining a little bit the other day. I don't have no complaints. Because I'm a Scorpio rising. That's one of the reasons I'm giving myself an example. Um, and also, Scorpio, if you have a court case going on, you might find that it comes to a closure or some big revelation is made regarding that court case. Yeah, I'm out here in Tennessee doing astrological readings out loud in the park. I was like, oh, the last time I did this live, it was Saturday at like 4. No one was here. Everybody's out. Guess what? I'm going to keep doing it. Tennessee needs some astrology. All right, so Sagittarius, this is happening in your 6th house. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sun, Taurus, Ascendant, Leo. Oh, okay, you're saying your Sun is in Taurus and Ascendant is Leo. Okay, cool. So for Sagittarius, this is happening in your 6th house. The 6th house is twofold. It is related to the workplace. It's related to employees, potentially co-workers. If you're a manager, the people who you manage. And it's also related to lifestyle. So, Sag, this is going to bring you some revelation regarding workplace issues as well as your health. So I'm really hoping, because I know somebody who's a Sagittarius who had some very serious health issues this year. And I'm just hoping that this moon reveals you are so well. You get good health, and you get good health, and you get good health. But you know, Sag, you need to, get your health routines, your lifestyle in balance. All right. Yeah. Work on your lifestyle, something regarding that. Okay, so for Capricorn, this is your 5th house. Now, for the 5th house, this has to do with dating. Now the 5th house gives. The 5th house is a good house. Do you know what your 5th house is? Because let me tell you something. That house will bring you a lot of joy. If you operate from that house, HTH, you still out there? Because HTH knows that the 5th house ruler will also help you out too, right? But I'm not going to get all deep like that. That's just for people who kind of, have a deeper understanding. It's not even that. That ain't even, well, it is sort of deep if you start dealing with rulerships. But anywho, you need to understand your 5th house if you want some joy in your life. You want some good Oshun joy, understand your 5th house, or go find out where Leo is. Okay, moving on. 5th house for Capricorn. So Capricorn, you know what, Capricorn, I'm so happy for you because y'all need to go have some fun, all right? During this time, Capricorn, you might be like, I need to get out and go have some fun, or go out on a date, or go engage my hobby. And I like the 5th house because the 5th house is actually a house where you can find so much joy in your hobby that you're like, you know what? I'm getting ready to start a business. But yeah, the 5th house is where we do things for the sake of doing it. And so like for Capricorn, as serious as you can be, Capricorn, oh my gosh, you can be so serious. This full moon happening in Taurus might mean that you're like, y'all, I'm going to go get my feet did, my hair did, my nails did, I'm getting a massage, or I'm getting ready to go to massage therapy school, or I'm getting ready to go learn how to use essential oils or something like that, or I'm getting ready to go out on a date. Also, the 5th house has to do with our children. So for Capricorn, this might bring some revelation regarding your children, but it also might bring the kind of revelation where you're just like, wow, I love my kids. I love my kids. I love my kids. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. This is happening in your fourth house. So for all of you Aquariuses out there, it's all about home and family on this one. Now the fourth house is also an emotional house. So of everybody, Cancers might be emotional just because Cancer's charts, if you're Cancer rising, but Cancers are lunar. Y'all are really attached to what y'all's moods and everything are very tied to what the moon is doing. But outside of that, Aquarius, y'all might be a little emotional. You might be a little emotional. Might feel a little tender for the family during this moon. Okay, you just heart chakra might just burst open for the family. You just love the family, all that kind of good stuff. Or maybe you have some revelation. I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a good one. All right. You might want to do something to spruce up the house. You might want to make some changes around the house. Depending on how your chart is set up, you might just say, you know what, it's time to move. It's time to move. Or maybe you've been in the process of moving and the moving is done. All right. Also, do some emotional healing during this time. Seriously, this is a good moon for you to really see, is there something that that needs healing in my emotions that I can heal up? Aquarius, y'all a little bit, what's the word, aloof, detached. So this might give y'all an opportunity to feel a little something, something, especially those Aquarius moons. I got 2 Aquarius moon friends. You got to watch them, y'all, because they're either all in emotionally or they're like, you know what, I do not care. And they really will be like, I'm just detached. I feel nothing. You can't get me. So this moon might give y'all a little bit of the feels, Aquarius peoples. Lastly, but not leastly, Pisces. All right. I'm Pisces, y'all. I always hang in there for y'all because I know what it's like with a lot of astrologers. They cut short the reading on Pisces because they don't have the endurance for us, y'all. We special, all right? Pisces, sun, moon, and ascendant. This is happening in your 3rd house, one of my most favorite houses. And as y'all can see, I'm a little talkative today. Look at me, almost 1 hour long, extra animated, because this house has to do with communication. So for Pisces, this might have to have something to do with communication, especially communication with people in your daily environment. It's a business sign. So all you Pisces out there who have a business, you might be like, you know what, I'm about this business. And I've noticed I've been cranking up because I sort of felt like I was waning just a little bit. It lost a little bit of my momentum because too many trips out of town. And these last few days, I'm like, I will not be defeated. I'm going to do this business thing. So Pisces, you may gain something, have some boon come through with this Taurus full moon. This also has to do with the mind. So maybe there's mentally something that you like, I finally got it. I know what it is. I've got it. Mentally, some idea, something that you perhaps have been mulling over and you couldn't quite make all the connections, because this 3rd house a lot of times is about making connections. You make the connection during this full moon. Actually, that happened to me yesterday. Made a connection. The 3rd house is about making connections. It might be making connections regarding your money, making connections regarding your self-worth and your self-value. Like, you know what? I've been feeling bad about myself all these years, and I shouldn't have because it wasn't my fault. Or, it was like I didn't even have the full story. And all these years, I thought it was my fault or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making something up. The 3rd house could do with siblings also. So maybe something regarding siblings will arise for you during this full moon. And I hope and pray that it's positive and good. All right, Pisces? I have to tell you, I love the 3rd house. The 3rd house is one of my favorite freaking houses. Oh, another thing, the 3rd house is a house that has to do with learning also. So for Pisces, maybe you're going to be like, I finally understand whatever I've been studying all this time. Or, the moon is showing me I need to learn some new stuff. I need to learn something new, or I need to learn something more. I need to pick up some new skills or something like that. All right. So let's see here. Yes. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So look, let's see here. Knowledge seeker. You said your sun is in Taurus, so this will be an eventful. I wonder. I think this will be an eventful full moon for you. And then you said Leo. Was that the other one? Ah, take care, sis. Leo ascendant. This is knowledge seeker. So that's going to be, oh, yes, 10th house. Ooh, knowledge seeker. Keep me posted. I wonder how things are going to work out for you. That's a pretty nice little full moon thing. Y'all remember the energy of the full moon is for 2 weeks. Okay, Cancer, Sun, and Moon for CV, and Libra ascendant. So for Cancer, 11th house of gains. Also, if you have anything to do with the internet, the web, technology, this might be a really good moon. You may see that thank you, that you really and truly prosper. And then Libra, transformation, Libra, as well as something to do with shared resources. Okay, so I see how all of us can prosper because we can get ahead materially with that. But I do think if you are a Libra, you really need to anticipate some level of transformation is going to happen. Yes, keep me posted. Okay, so Gemini Sun, Sag Ascendant. So for Sag, it's about the health. Hopefully, for a Sag rising or anyone with Sag energy, you'll receive a blessing of health in some kind of way. You're welcome, CV, or you'll receive a blessing regarding the workplace. And then Gemini was the 12th house. So it may be, it's interesting. If you are a Gemini sun and then Sagittarius ascendant, work-life balance. Yes, you need to rest. Work-life balance. Because Gemini might need to get away and take a rest break. So I would say that for the Gemini sun and Sag ascendant. Okay, Gemini sun, Leo moon. So for the Gemini sun, Leo moon, you might feel a little confused and conflicted because Gemini is saying rest, get away, take a break. And Leo is like, baby, we about to have something big happen with this job, this career. But it could be for the Gemini sun, like I said, the 12th house is a spiritual house. There's some spiritual work you can do to elevate yourself in your career. That's sort of how I would do it. Also, the 12th house for the Geminis, the 12th house also has to do with creativity. So it may be you get away, you get yourself all creative for your career. That's for the Gemini sun, Leo. Well, even the Sag, the Gemini sun, Leo moon, I think it was, and the Gemini sun, Sag rising. So, Melanie, Cap, Sun, and Ascendant. All right, girlfriend. I know you've been having big changes. You remember what I told you? You need to go do something to take care of your nails. You need to go have some fun. Melanie, go do something fun. Go have a good time. Go have people wait on you and, just really pamper you. And it may be, though, that you are like, you know what? I really want to start a new business where I'm showing people how to take care of themselves. It could be that. But it may be that you're like, man, I just need to have some fun. All I do is work, 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 work. Go have some fun, Melanie. And if you have children in your life, even if you've never had children yourself, if you know some friends' children, go hang out with somebody's children today. They will, or in these next couple of days, they will brighten your day. All right. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, wait a minute. Who said they're confused? Monica. Yes. It's a little confusing, Monica, because on the one hand, you have the energy of get away, take a break. And then on the other hand, you have we're about to prosper on this job, this career. I don't even know what you do, but if you have any type of boss energy, you're like, I'm trying to make this happen. All right. Maybe you go make it happen and then you go take a break. But according to your son, you really do need to be doing some spiritual work or getting away, taking a little bit of a break. Okay. According to your moon, it just may be that you need to begin to see, maybe you need to see that you have been making more progress than you think. You think you have not been making progress on the career front. Sit down and write down your accomplishments over the last 2 to 5 years, or just this year if that's what you want to do. I might would do it that way. I hope you feel better, Vivian. Oh, wow. Y'all can't tell me astrology ain't real. The Capricorn said, I just quit my job to stay at home with my son. Yes. That is what I'm talking about. That's an example of full moon in Taurus in the 5th house of a Capricorn. Not just one time, 2 times over. Nice, y'all. Let's see. I just want to make sure I looked at everybody's combos. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Knowledge Seeker. Okay, y'all, because I was a little bit irresponsible, I did not charge my phone, and I do not want this to quit on us, so I'm going to go on ahead and log off. Good, I'm glad you stayed home. Good, good, good. Hey, everybody, right now, let's just send, hey, I'm about to get off. Oh, I'm about to get off. So, but let us, before I get off, let us just, I want you to envision the name Vivian. I know what she looks like, y'all. So I got the picture of Vivian. Oh, y'all can see her on her comments. I want everyone to channel good healing energy to Vivian. She has not been feeling well. She's been at home with a cold. She's a very busy woman, very, very busy professional woman. So I know she's just been hitting it hard. So if everybody would see her let's envelop her in golden light, the energy of Oshun. And let's just see her all healed up and doing well. Please use gold. Don't use green today. Not today. Not today. Use gold. So we're cheering for you. Well, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I love lives. I've got to do more lives. I have got to do more lives. Not sure if I'm going to keep doing them out here in Tennessee. Ah, yes. Mwah, to Vivian. Anywho, love y'all. The next one will be indoors because it's about to get cold for those of us in these cooler areas. But I wish y'all a wonderful full moon. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Melanie, say the word. Say the word. I'll be there. But if you ask my friend Erica, she would tell you I'm not coming, but I'm coming to Florida. She's been living in Florida for a long time, and I hadn't been down there to see her. So you're welcome, Monica. But yeah, we need to go visit Melanie, and I can't remember who else was down there in Florida. Monica, we need to go down there to Florida. All right? All right, well, y'all take care. Thank y'all all so much. Y'all take care. Oh, Joan, that's right. Joan was in Florida. All right, y'all take care. Love y'all. Peace.